Alright, so I just seen a video from the homie Nero Cinema, and I kind of want to piggyback off that for a video because I'm seeing a lot of the same comments. He made a video talking about people wanting skill-based matchmaking in Xdefiant, or talking about how it's good for these FPS games, good for Call of Duty, all this nonsense. And I'm getting some of those same comments as well. Actually, just before turning on this mic to talk to you guys right now, I got a notification on my phone. I'm not going to put it in the video because I don't want people going to find it to hate on him. But I got a notification for a comment on one of my videos, and the man said straight up, FPS games need to have skill-based matchmaking or they won't last. That's bullshit. Tell me you've never played OG Call of Duty without telling me. There seems to be a lot of new-gen gamers out here that think Call of Duty exploded when it added the matchmaking it has now back in Modern Warfare 2019. And I know some of you, a lot of you out here, you really hate hearing the truth, man. You get offended, defensive about it, overprotective about these games, and you get really salty, emotional, sensitive, and butthurt in the comments section of videos you choose to watch. You see the title, you know what the video is about, you still click, you still watch, you still get emotional. Dude, I get it. Right, you guys, these new gen gamers really hate hearing the truth, man. The truth hurts, I guess, but I'm going to be that guy to break it to you. COD was a juggernaut way before skill-based matchmaking, an absolute dynasty. Back in Black Ops 1, just on Xbox 360 alone, this is not counting PlayStation and PC, just Xbox alone, no crossplay, we had over 3 million people on the game. And there was more people playing Call of Duty back then, but they stayed on MW2. They stayed on World at War, COD 4, COD 3, whatever. They were playing other Call of Duties. We had over 3 million people, no crossplay, one single console. And why is that? Because it was a casual, fast-paced, arcadey game. Very easy to pick up. Any noob can grab a controller and get a couple of kills. But if you wanted to get better, if you wanted to be at the top of the scoreboard every game, or in most of your games at or near the top, well, you wanted to put more time in the game and you wanted to get better. You wanted to learn spawns, your map awareness, your positioning, whether or not you're going to engage or fall back. So you just looked at the kill feed, you're looking at your minimap, you looked at the kill feed, so you're guessing that, yeah, there's probably going to be like 3 guys spawning right to where I'm running at, and I'm one off my chopper gunner or dogs. Maybe the smartest play is not to just bum rush them. Let me fall back a little bit, play it smarter since I'm close to my streak. You had to make those decisions and actually use your brain a little bit. Even though Call of Duty is meant to be fast, arcadey, shut your brain off and have some fun, if you wanted to be consistently decent at the game, you had to use your brain. You had to make those types of decisions, but everybody had a better connection. Everybody had more fair gunfights. Everybody was in a lobby instantly. As soon as you push the button, you were in a game, man. People can't say the same thing that have higher skill in these newer Call of Duties, man. As soon as you click TDM, DOM, whatever, you were instantly in a game. And there's a lot of dumb people now that try to point out COD has the same problems now that it had back then, because back then we were on peer-to-peer. We're not on peer-to-peer anymore, so of course there was going to be inconsistencies there. There was going to be lag sometimes and shit. But for peer-to-peer, we had the best possible connections we could have at that time. These people are just dumb. They lack critical thinking skills. There's a lot of new gen gamers out here with this false sense of confidence and ability in these FPS games. They think because they have a 1 KD in Call of Duty, that means they're actually solid at the game. Your Call of Duty statistics is not an accurate measurement. It hasn't been for years at this point, but you just don't know because you're so used to having your hand held by these developers and publishers. Look at all these reverse boosters we have now, acting like they're gods, posting their best class setup videos daily, even though the class is absolute garbage, but it's raking in views. When they stream, they're getting a ton of donations, and they're out here acting like they're actually good at the game. These are the reverse boosters I have a problem with. I do not have a problem with reverse boosters, just your average Joes that want to break from Call of Duty's toxic and predatory matchmaking. A lot of people didn't hear that when I made my videos on reverse boosting. For some reason, they think I'm completely okay with reverse boosting in all scenarios, which is not the case at all. But anyway, you look at the people in the lobbies of that reverse boosted gameplay, and there's people in there that can't even put a few kills together a game. They're lucky if they're getting 3, 4, 5 kills a game, and they're dying 3, 4, or 5 times that game as well. Unless a reverse booster's in there slapping them around. But in their average lobbies, yeah, they're getting 5 kills a game maybe. They're dying 5 kills a game. So their score per minute and some other statistics are going to be pretty low, but they're still around a 1 KD. Now look at players who were similar to me back in the OG days of Call of Duty. Always around a 2, in between a 2 to a 3 KD. We're all finishing around 1 KDs out here in these lobbies as well too, man. So we got 1 KDs, they got 1 KD. Are we the same type of player? It is a complete lie. People try to use their COD stats now to brag, but people also use those same stats to dog on people and trash on their skills. Oh, you're just a 1 KD bot. 1 KD, whatever your KD is in Call of Duty nowadays, it's nothing. It means absolutely nothing. It's a mirage. It's a fake. It's phony. Just like your gunfights in Call of Duty. Nothing's going to be foolproof just because we're on the internet alone. You're not going to get a true, complete, 100% accurate measurement, but a more fair measurement is removing skill-based matchmaking and seeing how you do on a consistent basis. Yeah, people could lobby surf until they find easier lobbies and then they just play those, and when they find a hard lobby they back out until they find an easy lobby again. Yeah, obviously those stats are not showing what type of player they really are, but when you remove skill-based matchmaking and you just stay in the lobbies you're given and you stick them out, whatever your KD is at that point, that is a more accurate representation of your skill. We're seeing this now with Xdefiant. I've already said this in videos. Xdefiant, to my knowledge, what I've seen so far with my experience, I don't think it has skill-based matchmaking. I've seen enough variety of different skills in my lobbies. Yes, it's more on the sweaty side because we got a lot more sweatier players. The hardcores right now on the game, we got to give it some time for more casuals to get in here. And now they're finding out they're really not as good as Call of Duty was making them think. And now they're finding out the hard way that removing skill-based matchmaking does not guarantee bot lobbies. This was the one thing I heard the most. And I'm still hearing it now, especially over these last couple days. From the people who are saying that Xdefiant needs skill-based matchmaking, they're the ones that say, we hate skill-based matchmaking because we just want bot lobbies. We're out here fighting for matchmaking to give us better connections, more fair gunfights, and zero protection. Key word there, no skill-based matchmaking means there's no protection. Are there players out here better than me? Abso-fucking-lutely. Am I going to get into lobbies with those better players and they're going to stomp me out? 150,000%. But that's the matchmaking I want. And ironically, you Sbmm, Eomm advocates, you out here soldiering for skill-based matchmaking. Y'all call us soft for hating skill-based matchmaking because it is the worst thing to happen to these games. Ironically, you don't even see it's you that's soft because you can't hang. You want skill-based matchmaking because you don't have the skills to get it done. You want your hand held and you want to be protected. You want to be in your own little bubble where nobody can really hurt you. Nobody can stomp you out, but it's cool. You're never going to have a good game. You're never going to go off. You're never going to get like the highest streak in Call of Duty or whatever, but you're not going to get your little feelings hurt because you're not going to get beat up too much. That's why you want skill-based matchmaking. You want skill-based matchmaking because you're soft and you're weak. While I'm out here fighting for matchmaking that gives me zero protection because I have the confidence in my ability. Even though I'm never out here in try-hard mode. You guys know this. I've never been that type of gamer. I just run and gun at my own pace. I've always been around a 2 KD player, sometimes a little bit more. I'm never going hard like that. Gaming is for relaxing and chilling, having some fun. I'm not that type of gamer, bro. I don't look at this as a potential job or a career. I'm not trying to be the best of the best of the best. When I game, I'm looking to chill, man. That's the type of gamer I am, and I still have the confidence in my ability. Some of you weirdos watched my last video pointing out a broken bunny hop in Xdefiant, and as usual, you virgin giga geek bunny hopping crackheads, skill issue. The first thing you jump to, that same old tired line, skill issue. I'm pointing out something that I think is going to potentially chase people off of the game, which I don't want to see happen, which is why I made the video asking for some tweakage there. They need to nerf it, dial it back a little bit. I made the video because I'm hoping not to see that. I don't want to see people chased off the game. I'm not making that video because I can't hang. I showed you 2 clips of me getting killed in those. I could have showed you a couple of clips where I countered it, but I wanted to break those specific clips down. And of course, TikTok brain rot. Y'all don't have the critical thinking skills to realize what you're saying sometimes and actually understand what you're watching and listening to. You automatically jump to and assume skill issue because somebody said something you don't like about your favorite little video game, and you get in the comment section and you cry about it. This is that mindset, the Call of Duty mentality that they've shaped you into now for years on that game. I would never take video games that seriously, period. But people need to realize you don't need to be a god. You don't need to be Scump or whoever the fuck to criticize a game, man. You don't have to be a god to point out a flaw. But you know, brain rot, TikTok brain. And it's like I've been saying for years at this point, if we want a guaranteed bot lobbies, which would be boring as fuck. I don't want that type of gaming experience, man. I don't know how people play in consistent bot lobbies like that. I know why the reverse boosters do it. These cringy ass YouTube superstars, they're making bank. For me, it would just get boring with the quickness, man. After your first or second game, I want no part of it. I'm not trying to get into these consistent bot lobbies like these other cats do. But if this is what we wanted, we would keep the matchmaking the way it is in Call of Duty now, because there's a whole lot of weaker players out there that you guys don't see with the matchmaking. We would keep the matchmaking the way it is and exploit it. While y'all are out here fighting for skill-based matchmaking, calling us soft because we hate skill-based matchmaking and everything else with COD's matchmaking, with the Eomm and all that bullshit and their algorithms. Y'all call us soft and trash because apparently we don't like competition, when it's really you that's booty. You can't hang, so you want skill-based matchmaking. Like, you can't make this shit up, man. It's too funny. Even though it's pretty sweaty, Xdefiant is proving to us right now who's actually good, who can back it up, and who's just full of shit. Y'all out here talking at your ass. You don't know shit. You think you know, but you're really just trash at the game, and you need to get some skill. It's a skill issue, to be honest. You got to just get good, get gooder, and stop fucking crying. There's grown men out here that think it's unfair if a reverse booster gets into their lobby. Dude, this is what gaming is, man, with no skill-based matchmaking. That's the point. If a reverse booster gets into your lobby, that was the point back in the OG days of COD. You saw better players than you. You saw worse players than you. You saw people of the same skill in you. There was a variety there. Y'all need to get this out of your mind, that you need to be babied by these games. We're talking about fucking casual playlists here, man. This is why these games need to have a ranked mode, a casual mode, and a beginner mode. If you think it's unfair to see a better player, then maybe these games are not for you. It's just that simple. But ironically, y'all call us soft, and we're the trash cans and all this shit, man. Y'all are soft, weak, and dumb. Hopefully Xdefiant can fix these more important issues I've already talked in videos with the netcode and hit detection and all that shit. Hopefully they can fix that, get their game on point, and hopefully it makes Call of Duty get their shit together a little bit, and both of these games can keep each other on their toes. That's all I got for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and I'll talk to you on the next one.